In the beginning, the world was filled with beauty and life, just as God had intended. But over time, people began to turn away from God. They chose their own ways instead of walking in love, truth, and obedience. The earth became full of pride, selfishness, and sin. People no longer cared for one another. They ignored God's voice, and their hearts grew cold. But in the middle of all this, there was one man who was different. His name was Noah. Noah was a good man, righteous and blameless among the people of his time. While others followed their own desires, Noah walked faithfully with God. He listened. He prayed. He obeyed. And one day, God spoke to Noah. "Noah," God said, "I have seen the wickedness of the world. Every thought in people's hearts is evil all the time. I am going to cleanse the earth with a great flood. But you, Noah, have found favor with me." God gave Noah a great assignment. One that would take years to complete and would test his patience and his faith. "Build an ark," God said, "a great wooden boat. Make it large enough to hold your family and 2 of every kind of animal, male and female. I will bring a flood to wash the earth clean, but you and your family will be safe in the ark." So Noah began to build. He chopped wood, fastened planks, and followed God's instructions exactly. Day after day, he and his sons worked. People watched. Some laughed. Others mocked. "Why build a boat in the middle of dry land?" they jeered. "There's no water here." But Noah did not stop. He trusted God. When the ark was nearly finished, something amazing began to happen. Animals started arriving, 2 by 2. Elephants, giraffes, birds, lions, bears, sheep, and every kind of creature, male and female. They came just as God had said they would. Noah gently guided them onto the ark. His family gathered food and supplies. Soon, everything was ready. Then God said, "Enter the ark, you and your family, because you alone are righteous in this generation." Noah, his wife, his sons, and their wives entered the ark. The animals were safely aboard. And then, the skies grew dark. Rain began to fall. Softly at first, then heavier, and heavier still. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Water covered the land, rising higher and higher. Mountains disappeared beneath the waves. Everything that breathed on dry land was gone. But inside the ark, there was safety. God watched over Noah and his family. Though the winds howled and the rains roared, the ark floated peacefully upon the waters. After many days, the rain stopped. The sun peeked through the clouds. And God sent a wind over the earth, and the waters began to go down. The ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Slowly, the world began to dry. Noah opened a window and sent out a raven, then a dove, to see if the ground was dry. The dove returned with nothing. Noah waited. He sent the dove again. This time, the dove returned with a fresh olive leaf in its beak. Hope. New life had begun. Finally, God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your family. Release the animals, so they may fill the earth again." Noah stepped onto dry ground. The earth was fresh and new. He built an altar and gave thanks to God. God was pleased. And he made a promise. "Never again," God said, "will I destroy all life with a flood. As long as the earth remains, there will be planting and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night. To seal his promise, God set a rainbow in the sky. A sign of my covenant, God said. Whenever you see the rainbow, remember my promise, to you, and to all living creatures. Noah's story is a story of faith. Even when the world around him was filled with darkness, he chose to follow the light. He trusted God's voice. He obeyed, even when no one else did. And through Noah, God saved the world. What would happen if we, like Noah, listened for God's voice and followed him, even when it's hard? The world might just be saved again. The story of Noah is not just about a boat. It's about faith when no one else believes. It's about obedience even when it doesn't make sense. And it's about a God who saves, restores, and gives second chances. Will you be like Noah? Will you walk with God, even when the world walks away? Thanks for watching this episode of Bible Stories animated on Bible Nerds channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss a story. And remember, God is always with those who walk with him.